Okay, again, we're getting really close to the end of this season of The Walking Dead. Now, last week's episode was chock full of zombies and a ton of action. And it ended with Rick and Shane bringing Randall back. That's their hostage from a couple episodes ago. This episode dealt with, do we kill him? Do we not kill him? And essentially, a lot of it was Dale pushing so hard, if we kill him, then who we were before this happened is gone. All of our hopes and dreams and thoughts of going back to that world are entirely, it's done. And the only world we live in is the survival of the fittest, where it's either kill or be killed, and that's it. So really, really good and solid from an acting standpoint, from a story standpoint, as well as the almost kind of like we need to have a process. We don't just go, well, he's not us, so we kill him. So that is the big hunk of this one, is Dale going around kind of going, so what do you think? Do you think we should kill him? Do you think we should save him? We got to try to figure out what's going on with that. As well as Herschel finally gives Glenn his approval for Maggie. And Carl, while going out on his own, runs into the one zombie in this whole episode. And the episode ends in a very, very ironic fashion. So I'll just say spoiler alert, and as always I'll just give a brief countdown. Okay, the episode ends with Dale hearing some sort of weird moaning sound that's coming from a cow that's recently been eviscerated. I didn't know if it was going to be a zombie cow or not, which would be pretty awesome to see to be a zombie cow. And then the zombie that Carl tried to fight earlier in the episode, that got himself free from the muck, is now there. Knocks Dale down, and essentially begins to tear Dale open. By the time they make it to Dale, he's pretty much fully eviscerated. His whole visceral mass has pretty much been exposed. They're all there, and Rick is screaming for Herschel. Herschel, what can you do? And he's like, we can't do anything. He's too far gone. So then the episode ends with him having to shoot Dale. So Dale spends this whole episode saving the life of someone he barely even knows, to at the very end with his life. It was either he was going to die and become a zombie, or he was going to die as a human and not fully become a zombie. The other thing that was mentioned is that, there's the idea that the group is broken. That there's no longer that hierarchy and that closeness and that family-like bond they had, when they first got together, first started touring around on the RV. But now they are entirely splintered with different sub-factions within themselves. So from a progression of story standpoint, very well done. From a zombie standpoint, you get one, potentially a zombie cow. I think there's only 2 episodes left of this season, so they've got a decent amount of ground to try to cover.